largest and rarest collection of autographs ever put up on auction as one single lot. Recognized worldwide, Gramadoelas was one of South Africa's biggest tourist attractions for many, many years. Now, the book, which covers 46 years of Gramadoelas' trading years, which was first opened in a Hillbrow basement garage in the late 1960s, catering from well-organized functions to small personal dinners. It embraced every aspect of the South African culture, from its local specialities like crocodile and ostrich meat to its easygoing, intimate and friendly atmosphere. Guests were entertained by piano while dining, sipping wine and conversing. Well, after that little trip down memory lane, joining us in studio to tell us more about the auction of the book is Savo Tufegdzic. He's the autograph and stamp specialist who's going to be auctioning all of this amazing stuff off. Good to have you. Welcome to the program, Savo.
Thank you, Leanne.
So, I mean, this is, it's actually quite phenomenal.
No, can I make a correction? You said book. It's actually 7 books.
Oh, so there's 7.
There's 7 books.
There's 7 books.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been open since the 70s.
Yes. So it's actually 7 books that are going up as one lot.
Oh, so it's one lot.
It's one lot. They're not being sold separately. We decided not to sell them separately because how do you value the periods? Because they cover different periods.
Yeah.
You know, what do you do with the 1960s to 1970s? What do you value that at? Who's important in the book?
Yeah.
So for us, we felt this was important to be sold as one item.
This book that we got here open is the one from the 90s.
Yes.
Because obviously we have Madiba.
And there's celebrities like Denzel Washington and Walter Sisulu's in here and F.W. de Klerk. So you kind of go through this, and this reminds us, a lot of people will recognize most of these signatures because this is the time we were all around.
Absolutely, and this is the changing face of South Africa, because suddenly everybody was coming to South Africa, whereas before that, I suppose there weren't too many people wanting to come
actually,
here.
no, if you go back into, and this is what's fascinating about this collection for me, is that it's actually a reflection of our history.
Yeah.
You know, in a very sort of surrealistic way, the 7 books represent South Africa, but this alternative South Africa, not the South Africa that we all know with the apartheid history. You must remember, you know, the owners of Gramadoelas were gay lovers.
Yeah.
At that time, being gay in this country was a taboo.
Absolutely.
So anyone going to their restaurant would have been part of this alternative society, and not just local celebrities and people, but would have been international people, would have heard about this place, and it would have made them feel very comfortable. So, you know, outside of, say, maybe Rocky Street and Yeovil's history, they were on the outskirts, kind of trying to, you know, the only thing is they never moved into Yeovil.
Yeah.
They went into the market.
So it's almost like an underground restaurant that was happening at the time, and people coming into this country that we possibly didn't even know.
It's, you know, when you go back into those books, every page, your reaction and your memory, you kind of go, oh, my parents used to listen to this celebrity or this artist, and then you would remember it because when you'd watch the news or read the newspapers at the time, you would remember seeing some of these people and you're going, wow, they were there. Oh, look who's here. Look who else went there.
That's amazing. Tell me some people, like, who shocked you when you looked through this book?
Oh, I think just about every person. Bill Clinton when he was president, because it was signed by President Bill Clinton. Walter Sisulu, because, you know, purely from an autograph point of view, there's very few Walter Sisulu autographs around in existence, or items that would have his signature on it. I mean, you've got Elton John there a couple of times. That kind of surprised me because obviously he came here quite often. And
every time he came,
he would go there.
He would sign it.
You've got Mario van Peebles, Danny Glover. I'm just trying to think some of the others. There's people like Philip Tobias, Professor Philip Tobias. He's in there 5 times. He started going there in the 70s. So there's a picture of a very young Philip Tobias.
That's amazing.
So Lawrence van der Post.
Yeah.
If I think there's Isabel Jones when she was very young, Sue Ann Braun when she was very young. So you can't. A lot of the people that you wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
Darryl Root. I mean, we just looked earlier at a picture of a very young Darryl Root.
Very young Darryl Root. I'm looking at Felicia Mabuza from Top Level. Here, I'm looking at it here, Johan. I know you're asking where, but have a look at this advertisement. Obviously, she was advertising pantyhose. So there's her advertising, which was a big. It was a big thing. I mean, this was in. When was this? What date was this? 1993. No, this is in 1993. So there she is, advertising.
That was 21 years ago.
Think about it, Hanes
21 years ago,
Yeah, while she was doing her the host of Top Level on CCV. No, it's absolutely fantastic. Okay,
yes.
so we talk about these books. What is the going price? What is going on?
The estimate on the Gramadoelas book will be 250 to $500,000. That's the auction estimate, which means it'll start around about the 250,000 mark.
Okay, and you're expecting $500,000.
I'm expecting $500,000. You know, for me, this is the ultimate autograph collection.
Yeah.
And it's not just because it's not just autographs. There's poems in there by famous poets. There's little sketches by artists. There's anecdotes. It's memories. So it's not just an autograph collection. So yeah, we're looking at about 250 to $500,000. It is part of a larger auction, as I was saying to you earlier. You know, there are over 1,100 lots being auctioned over the next 2 days. You know, it's stamps, it's coins, autograph, and Nelson Mandela memorabilia. That's all being autographed at our offices.
Absolutely incredible. And I know that you've got so many other things here, which we wish we could go through them individually. But I mean, it's an actual pound.
Yes.
That's what our money used to look like.
Yes. Well, Transvaal. That's a 1872
pound.
1872.
1872. This is a real deal. This is a coin from
1874 Burger's Feinbeard coin.
Wow. And how much is this worth?
That one's going on at 380,000. I reckon it could get up to R500,000.
R500,000. Absolutely incredible.
Then you have, for me, a really unique item.
Okay.
That's going on at 1.8 million rand. That's the first day that in the world that a penny black or a stamp was ever issued.
And that's the stamp we're talking about. There we go.
That's what actually makes it important. Not the stamp, but that cancellation.
The cancellation.
The 6th of May, 1840.
Goodness me. I have to end this because I'm getting into trouble. I've got another interview coming up. So there we go. I'm going to end off with just this. Tell me what this is.
That is a signed Nelson Mandela and F.W. de Klerk coin set. What makes that one unique is not just that the fact that there are gold coins in there, is the fact that it is actually signed by Nelson Mandela and F.W. de Klerk.
And F.W. de Klerk. 75,000 rand.
That's going at about 70,000, yes.
Okay. I'm going to have to find out from you how much these all go for. Savo, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Autographic and stamp specialist, giving us a little bit more insight on the Gramadoelas book with one of the rarest collection of autographs in the country, as well as some of these unbelievable items. They're going on auction tomorrow
and Thursday.
At the Sandton?
At Mandela Square on the 4th floor South Tower.
All right, there you have it. Let's take a break. We'll see you after this stage.